And of course, we can't see. Give us that. So just introduce yourself.
Egil Thorsson.
Speak up a bit.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who are you?
I am Egil Thorsson, and I'm your connection with the channel. Have a good day, and I hope you've got lots of questions for us. Catch you later.
And what do you do?
Technically, I am a pensioner, but I work on this. I used to work at the museum and art gallery, and I have a degree in archaeology and history.
What's your favourite sort of music?
I like Jethro Tull, Eric Clapton, early Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, and blues.
All right. Now we've just got one viewer, 3 viewers so far. We just had Tanji come on. I'll sit down in a minute. I'm just trying to get the laptop going.
Hi Tanji, good to hear from you again. How you doing, babe?
How are you doing?
I am fine, thank you. I've had both my injections.
Yes, well, don't talk about that.
I'm feeling really good.
No COVID talk.
Bragi and I have been working pretty hard. I've been told not to talk about the plague, but I hope you're okay and everything's going well with you. Cheers.
And don't forget to tell them that you love them and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yep, I do love you and there's nothing, not on the world, you can do about it. Although I think you'll be appreciative. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the second horror of the world.
Stupid axe.
He's throwing everything around.
I'm having a tantrum with my axe. I think I need a second weapon wrap Egil.
Well, I'm saying nothing. Here's Bragi. So, hello, Bragi. How are you today?
Hello, nice to meet you. Fancy meeting you in a small place like this in Derby.
It's what I do. I hang around and smell normal.
Indeed you do. Of course, it reminds you of somebody in the old group.
I certainly don't know who you mean.
No, you're not that person. One with a big beard. Anyway, so what we're going to do today, Egil, is in the title I've put that we're going to review people's channels and talk about them and give them some advice about how to be a successful YouTuber. And we could also, towards the end of the live stream, we'll talk about the fact that overnight we've gone viral on TikTok and we've got a video with 2 million views.
Wow.
It's probably on 2.2 million views now.
What can I tell
And
you?
we have literally, overnight, we have gone from just under 4,000 followers to nearly 10,000. They call them followers on TikTok and the subscribers on YouTube.
Well, there you go. You've learned something new.
So a few hellos, first of all. And don't forget to go and share this live stream so we can have a much bigger audience. And so, first of all, to Roman Biscotti. So she says, hello, dears. So,
Hi, darling. How you doing?
hello. How's life in Canada?
Yeah.
And we have a comment here from Phoebe Graveyard.
Hi, Phoebe.
Hello, Phoebe. Would you like to be made a Blue Spanner admin on the channel? Let us know. I mean, we're more than welcome to make people a Blue Spanner moderator, because it does help us in the long term. So,
sounds like a cross between Blue Peter and a garage mechanic.
yes. So I'm going to have to keep going off on here, and I'm going to look at some channels and show Egil some channels, and you might better see the picture.
And I just come out with some smart comments.
So the first one we're going to look at is a guy called PewDiePie. What I want to know from you, Egil, is do you think this channel, PewDiePie, is going to make it on YouTube?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
Well, yeah, we're getting there. So just bear with us, and then I've got to flip back into your comments again. So this is kind of a new thing for us. I've been thinking about this idea for a while. So here is PewDiePie's channel. And, you know, what do you think of his? Do you think he's got a chance of making it on his little videos?
Well, I shall be honest with you, I don't know, because the things I thought were going to make it big don't, and vice versa. Is this a young person's channel?
Well, he is young, and I do believe he's from Britain.
All right. Well, anyway, good luck to you, pal. Yeah.
And I'll just let you know, Egil, that he currently has 110 million subscribers.
Well, there you go. It speaks without saying, doesn't it?
I do watch him now and again, but also, I don't have a lot of time to watch content. I tend to watch more videos now on TikTok, if I'm honest with you.
Well, anyway, I hope he does well.
There's a few of his thumbnails. What do you reckon to them, Egil?
Yeah, they look all right.
He plays a lot of games.
Yeah. Well, it's horses for courses. There's something for everybody on. That's what I like.
Yes.
I may not understand the mechanics of it, but you have good time, mate, and all the best.
Oh yes, I don't think he's watching this video, Egil. I think he's probably busy.
It's probably knocking him out.
Indeed. So we've got a few comments here, so I'll just go back to some of these. So and then we'll look at another channel. And if you've got any suggestions of channels we can look at, and if you want us to look at your channel, then please do so.
Well, I think you agree with me. The whole of this is choice. You can pick and choose what you like, and variety is the main thing, isn't it?
Well, variety is the spice of life, so they say.
You've seen the sort of things I was talking about, which is nothing like what's on there.
Yes, I don't think there's many channels out there on Ljot Told, for instance, or perhaps there is a massive Jimi Hendrix channel. I mean, let's face it, Jimi Hendrix was a true legend, wasn't he?
So is Ian Anderson, bless you.
Well, yes. I mean, you have to explain who Ian Anderson is for those that do not know. So, but imagine having 110 million subscribers. You couldn't imagine that, could you?
There is something I'd like to say, just in case he's listening. Eric Clapton, I hope you're getting better, man. You know?
I don't think he is listening, no.
Well, he's apparently very ill.
Well, he had a bit of reaction, you could say, and he's lost his mobility in his arm, but he's always had arm problems for a few years now.
Oh, well, matron.
And,
well, anyway, I hope you get better, Eric.
Yeah.
We miss you.
You know, send us a sub, you know. Perhaps you could do some air guitar with him.
I doubt it.
How is your guitar playing and learning going?
Not as fast as it was, because I used to be in a band, and that means you've got to rehearse all the time.
Yes. But just go back and read some of your comments. So Phoebe Graveyard says, hi, Roman. And Roman says, I'm fabulous, thank you. And then Roman says, hello, Phoebe, with a unicorn. A pinkish unicorn, too.
Oof.
And then Roman says, yay, you've gone viral. Yes, we have indeed. It's one of those comedy skit videos, or not a historical video. But it got 2 million views. Yesterday it had 131,000. Today it'll be just over 2 million.
No.
So, and you can't really believe those sort of numbers, can you? Take me out of it. It's too hot in here.
Oh.
Yeah. Permission to de-don your hat, Egil.
To show my luxurious balding locks.
Yeah, so we have the light on and we'll have some bad reflections.
Oh, bitch.
So we've got a Roman. We've got a comment here from, I've got to go in a minute and let somebody out. So, the house.
Make it sound like you've got a cage.
So, you just carry on a minute. I'll do that and I'll get back and read some more of your comments.
I'll just carry on talking, yeah?
Yeah. You carry on, yes. Entertain the public.
I won't be. Bragi's gone to let somebody out of the house, one of his housekeepers. At the moment, I'm just rambling on with nothing. But please, send us in some questions or some comments. It's always good to hear from you, and it doth pass the time. So we're in a heat wave at the moment in Britain, I'm happy to say. It's very bright outside, and I do have to walk quite a way home at night, so we're coming towards the end of our session, and I'll be honest with you, it's quicker than getting the bus. But, it's something different. Officially, I've retired. I'm getting on a bit. But I like to mix and do things. I mean, hanging around with Bragi, he's taught me a lot. He's a good lad, well worth knowing. It's amazing what he's picked up and is able to convey. I have a computer, but it doesn't run because I've unplugged it. And I suppose I ought to really settle down and do a bit more on it. I mean, it's what everyday life is now. And I don't suppose I have much of an excuse. I mean, COVID has knocked a lot of people back. I've had my jabs, which was not too much of an ordeal for me, I've got to be honest. All right, I had to travel the other side of Derby, but both times I slept like a log from about 7 o'clock to 10 the next day. Apart from that, no problems whatsoever. And if that's all my problem is, then I've got no problems. There is talk that we're going to have another booster in autumn. Well, who knows? People are relying on the injection. Whether that's the right thing to do or not, I don't know. Perhaps you could let us know. The trouble is, we've just had a big football match on here in England, and people have just seemed to have forgotten about social distancing. They've been in a pub and as though nothing's happened. And now, of course, the numbers are rising. And it's the younger people, I think, rather than the older ones. I don't know what the answer is, isolation or whatever, but I hope it comes to an end soon because, you know, poor people, there's a lot of innocent people getting injured. But what people forget is that, yeah, I've lost 2 friends so far to cancer. They probably would have gone anyway, but that's not the point. I've got a brother also who's just about to, he's either been or about to have most of his insides cut away and one of his kidneys. My other brother has had several bouts of kidneys, and as I say, he's got a wife who's got senile dementia who's a bit violent. So all in all, I'm a lucky boy. Anyway, enough disaster, doom and gloom. Today, I've had a good day. I walked over, it's about 3/4 of an hour walk if you take it steady. It's quite pleasant around here. We're lucky. Derbyshire is a very pretty county for those of you who've never been. There's some beautiful places out in the Pennines as well. Obviously, if you're abroad, it's difficult to come here, but not impossible. But we have a lot of historic towns. Derby, as we've said before, is a Viking town originally. Well, it goes even further back, but Derby is a Viking name. And again, it's well worth a visit. We have excellent museum services, well worth a visit. You'd be surprised at a town the size we have. We've actually got 3 museums. We have the Museum and Art Gallery, which is an excellent collection of paintings, which vary as well. We have modern works of arts going in there. And you have Joseph Wright paintings, who's a local artist. It depends how I feel as to whether I like him or not. Then we had what used to be the Industrial Museum, is now the Museum of Making, and that's had a fortune spent on it in buildings and everything else, and again worth a visit. And then of course we have Pickford House, which is a Georgian townhouse set out the rooms of various periods. Well worth a visit, it really is. And you think it's not a big place, but there's some really excellent places to go, and has an amazing history, and let's hope an amazing future. So, you know, I mean, I'm not born in Derby. I was actually born in Rochester, Kent. I moved here in 1960, lived in a small place called Wengroves, a big house there called Wengroves Hall, which is now being renovated, and then lived in Ripley. I went to university in York. I love York. It's one of my favourite places. I did archaeology and history there, and I recommend it to anybody who goes there. I would like to have lived there, but I just couldn't afford it. I was unemployed at the time, and I didn't know about unemployment benefit. I know it sounds odd, but there you go. So I had to go back to Belper to live with my late mother. But such is life. I go back to York periodically. Vikings aren't my only thing. I collect military medals from all periods and all countries, and I love researching them, finding out the person behind the medals. It's a bit hard on German, French and Belgian because they don't put the names on them, so you know, just collecting medals as such. But the British ones have fascinating history behind them, and it's well worth finding their story because these people, they gave their lives for us. Well worth a visit. Second World War ones don't in England have names on, unless you've got decorations, of course. Canadians, they had silver medals, whereas we just had ordinary nickel medals. But, you know, such is life. But history has been my thing ever since I was a child. It dates from when my granny used to talk to my dad about people who were dead and long gone. I just used to sit and listen, and it fascinated me. And I've always been fascinated with history ever since. It's the one thing in school that I was pretty good at. And, you know, all right, it's not going to lend me a fortune, but at the same time, I find it a fascinating subject. And as Suetonius said, you don't know where you're going if you don't know from whence you came. So anyway, Bragi's back. I hope I've not bored you too much.
Yeah, so we've been talking about dead relatives and...
COVID?
Yeah, well, I shouldn't really talk about that, really. You get the channel banned.
I don't see why, but there you go.
Oh, and the channels have been disappeared because they said the wrong thing, Egil.
No.
You know, giving advice when you're not a qualified doctor.
Didn't give advice.
Good. And then what we talk about your university and Derby.
And Ripley.
No, we're watching you downstairs.
Whoa, he's a cheeky little monkey.
Yes.
So, anyway, let's have a look on the magic tablet and see what they have in store.
You call it a tippy tappy, Egil.
A tippy tappy.
Tippy tappy, but you tap and you tick on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So let's go back to some of your comments. Hang on a minute.
He can't decide which way up it's got to be.
There we go. This is the best way. Now we've got 8 people watching, so thank you for watching, and that's awesome. And don't forget to go and share the live stream.
We were 300 before I started talking.
Well, yes. So I've got to go back and read some of your comments, and we're certainly missing a few here.
Go on then.
So give me a minute.
Cheers.
So we have a comment here from Skid Bladnia 4, and he says hello. So
Hi, Skid
hello.
Bladnia.
I don't think I've seen you on the live stream before. So how are you doing?
Well, we'd have remembered that name.
Definitely. And we've got a comment here from Outer Siberia,
Oh.
and they say Hail Mercia.
Yeah, Hail Mercia.
Indeed, and even Hail Wessex, just about.
Mercia is a nice place. Kent's even better. But no, Mercia is a beautiful place.
Now, Roman Biscotti, she says hello to Skid Bladnia. And then we have a comment here from FPS Jive Turkey.
Jive Turkey.
Haha! Only over 110 million subscribers, talking about PewDiePie, who we looked at his little channel earlier. And of course, Egil has never seen any PewDiePie.
Oh, I haven't.
And then Roman Biscotti says hello to Outer Siberia. And then she says hello to FPS. So great. How are you?
See, this is one thing I just can't get over. It's the international. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. But the fact that you can be talking to somebody the other side of the world.
I reckon in like 20 years you'll be having people living on the moon and Mars, and they'll be watching, Egil.
The thing that fascinates me is what comes after this. That say
bedtime for you.
Well, I mean, no. When you're my age,
yes.
What will be the next thing?
Well, it is. You mean you only got to go back in, the 1990s. You didn't really have mobile phones like today, or when you hang up your date, you use a house phone. Well, these days, it's use WhatsApp.
I remember when I was going to dig at Sutton Hoo.
The 1980s.
On a train, this guy it was a khaki box on wheels.
Yes.
With a massive Bakelite phone. And he thought he was, King Dick as a mobile phone. Well, you needed muscles like Charles Atlas to pull the darn thing along.
Charles Atlas.
Oh,
what a man he was, eh? A strong man, if you don't know who he is.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about being a strong man, Egil?
I am groovy enough as it is.
Indeed, baby. You are. You're groovy all the way through. So going back to some of your comments, and Outer Siberia says hello to Roman Biscotti.
Hi, Roman.
Roman Biscotti says, welcome to all coming in. Please hit the like button and feel free to share out this stream. Very good. Thank you very much. It always appreciated when people say that in the comments, because it does help the channel grow. And
the one thing I like about Biscotti is she's always positive.
Well, that's the best way to be in life,
yeah,
isn't it?
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's never a cloud on the horizon.
No.
And she's doing a marvellous thing. And, big hugs to you, babe.
Well, we're lucky. We've got some wonderful followers and subs.
Yeah.
So we have a comment here from Phoebe Graveyard. Guys,
Hi, Phoebe.
I'm building my first shield, but I'm kind of stuck on the edgings. It's better to lace on the rawhide or nail it on.
My suggestion is dog shoes, soak them in water.
Rawhide.
Yeah, that's rawhide. And then carpet tacks to tack it on while it's wet.
Yes, I recommend that.
And it overlay the joints, don't you?
You do overlay the joints.
So when it dries, it's nice and tight.
Don't have a shield at hand, really. That one's not got any on.
But
yeah, carpet tacks are just around about 10 mil long, and they're quite authentic as well. That's just the sound of the water system.
And I'm giving it lip. This is the guy who knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I think that's the best way. Definitely.
I'm more eye candy.
I mean, I won't mind having a go at to sewing it in, but I think it's a little bit more difficult, and I think too many things can go wrong.
From what I can gather from archaeological digs, I mean, obviously it doesn't survive, but I don't think they sewed it in. I think they nailed it in. There is, might help you. There is, what do you call it? A video on there, and I'm making a shield. A guy from Regia, and he's
On Time Team.
No, he's doing it separately, and he's making glue, and he's gluing the boards together and doing.
No, it's a Time Team episode where they made a shield.
All right, well, I
Yeah.
stand corrected. Well, either way, it still teaches you how to do
That's
it.
in the first or second series, I think, or maybe the third. And that was at a Viking site. I keep meaning to go and look at that video, find it again, and just write down the recipe for the glue. I know it it's about, but you know, you don't really need glue if you're just using the rawhide around the edge.
Beer and ash.
Yeah, beer ash and you know, gone off beer, isn't it? Vinegar. But the main important thing is to make sure that your nails are well fastened into the rawhide and they're not sticking up. But what you don't want a little sharp edge.
Yeah, you don't want it sticking in your
No.
face. Believe you and me, if you get whacked in the face with a shield, you'll know about it. It'll only happen once, but I'm telling you, you'll know about it. We've all had it.
Shields are an amazing thing, you know. And
Hold it tight.
I like a 10mm ply shield myself, and I like to cover it with a layer of probably cotton because it's cheaper, and then I'll put some hessian, or in America they call it burlap, and build up 2 or 3 layers of that as well on the shield.
Well, that's good because it doesn't splinter when it
And then
smashes.
before you put your rawhide on, you paint your shield, and then you put your rawhide on. But it does make you think, what would they use? Would they use thick leather or rawhide? I think those are the 2 ingredients they would have used generally.
Well, the only thing I can say is I think some people use leather. Only some. Depends how much leather you got, I guess.
Well, of course, so if you haven't got a lot of leather, then don't use leather. Rawhide is quite cheap. You go to your local pet store, you know, thrift store in America they call them. Not a pet store, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So go back to some of your comments. So that's our advice. At some point, we will try to think about demonstrating how to make a shield on the channel. But as always, these things take time and a lot of planning, and we're so busy. I just haven't got time at the moment. So we have a comment here from Danonian Warrior. He says, hail. So hail to you.
Hi.
And Roman Biscotti says, hello, Danonian. And we have a comment here from Sean Whitaker.
Hi, Sean.
So he says, good evening, guys.
Good evening.
Hello, Sean. How you doing?
Nice to hear from you.
He follows us on TikTok.
Good lad.
So now we have another comment from Brian Kettlerin, and he says, hi. So hello,
Hi, Brian.
And the Demonian Warrior says, I think it's more accurate to lace, but in my own when it's nailed. Yes, I think that, to a degree, if you couldn't afford the nails, you would lace it in, whether with leather thonging or with offcuts of the rawhide. But I think for health and safety, it's better to nail it with carpet tacks.
Well, I've even heard of people making wicker shields.
Well, yes.
And if you think about it, it's cheap, it absorbs a lot of hammer, and it's light. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but it does seem logical.
Well, certainly the Norse Vikings up in Scotland, they would have used wicker shields, and they were quite well known for it. But I'm not sure about the regulations about using wicker, because the thing about wicker, it can splinter, it can get quite sharp.
They won't let you use it today,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying from the past.
It does look nice. I won't mind one in the collection of stuff we have. So
Looks like a Viking army store.
I don't have enough weapons, Egil.
Crossed with a gymnasium. You would be surprised at what this guy's got in this one room. I thought I'd got a lot of stuff in my house.
Yeah, well, you know, you ever get homeless, you could move in here, couldn't you?
You could house a lot of people in here.
Oh, yes.
And clothe them.
Indeed, yes.
As well as arming them.
So just going back to some more of your comments, Brian Kettlerin says, good evening.
Hi, Brian.
And we'll try to get back to looking at other channels, but we often get delayed in our live streams. We try to set a plan, but they don't always go to plan.
Well, it's nice to talk to other people.
Well, of course so.
I mean, one thing I am is I've got a big mouth.
Well, I'll promise not to try to delete this live stream afterwards. I have no idea after the last live stream we did a couple of weeks ago what happened or how I managed to delete it. I got no idea.
Practice.
Well, we don't live stream enough, so perhaps it is out of practice and I deleted it somehow. So just going back some of these, Brian Kettlerin says awesome, and Roman says hello Sean and Brian, and then Brian says hello Roman Biscotti. And now we have a comment here from a very good friend of mine and somebody who you met a couple of times in your life. And that is my good pal, Thomas Dale. And
Hi,
your
Tom.
pal too.
Yeah,
So-
I've got no axe to grind against anyone.
Oh no, I mean, our axes are blunt anyway. But anyway, Thomas Dale, how you doing? Getting a
Hi,
bit
Tom.
throaty there. So, and he says, ahoy, hoy.
Well,
Reminds me, we've got to do that video on TikTok where you'll stand in front of the camera,
yeah.
but you say something, and then you'll go ahoy, and then in the distance I'll shout ahoy. As
Now, there's an
reaction.
interesting thing with the hoy hoy.
Yeah, go on.
Originally, when telephones were invented,
Yes.
that was supposed to be the standard greeting.
Was it?
Where you say hello, Edison came out with ahoy hoy.
Yes, if you was a bit older, you might have been around that time, but you're just not quite there, are you?
Such a bitch. I was born 1954.
Yes, 54. Can you imagine it?
Yeah, I can actually.
You
'cause I was
came,
there.
you came that close to being a hippie.
I came that close to dying actually, because when I was 2, I had a massive operation here. Look.
Oh, right. What happened there then?
I had a mastoid. It's like a boil inside your head.
Oh,
And there, I don't know what that is, but
your neck?
well, it's a hole in my neck.
Yes.
What that's about, I have no idea. But I was in Great Ormond Street Hospital.
Oh, right. Well, you know, thanks to those guys for saving Egil, and you're around now to be on YouTube.
It was an interesting thing as well. When I worked at the museum,
Yes.
my late friend came to me and said, "There's someone to see," and I thought, "Oh, hello, here we go." And it turned out it was the nurse, who was a student nurse, who I saw on Christmas Eve. They were in a V formation, singing hymns when I was in hospital.
Who'd have thought it, eh?
Yeah.
Who'd have thought it?
Yeah.
Reminds me, I'll give you an update soon on the merchandise. We're getting closer to it. So go back to some of all your comments. We do love reading your comments. And not enough YouTubers do this, I don't think, is to actually go and read comments. Because if you guys can take the time to leave us a comment, then I think we should take the time to read them back to you.
Absolutely.
You know.
I'm in full agreement with you on that.
And this is the thing about Vikings. They had good manners and good courtesy, hospitality.
Everybody deserves a voice.
Indeed.
You know,
We all have a voice.
That's why the gods gave us a voice, wasn't it?
Well, indeed. So, Sean Whittaker says,
Hi, Sean.
"Hi, Roman. How are you?" And then Roman Biscotti says, "Hello, Thomas," with a pinkish unicorn.
Ooh.
And Thomas Dale says, just got in. I'm settling in with a lovely corned beef sandwich."
I will be joining you in a nice meal later on.
What, around his house?
No,
Right.
I don't think he's there to feed me. No, I shall go around
It's
to
not
the
far from you, you know.
I know. I shall go to the local garage. I shall buy.
5 lamps.
Yeah. I shall have to walk straight by
Yes,
Tom's house
co-op.
on the way home.
No, you could nip in and see him.
Yeah.
Another story. You're too tired for that,
Yeah. I'm an old man.
you know.
I get pains in my head.
You can make a round trip and nip round to Tyrkirs. Anyway, moving on from that, more your comments.
Well, do you want me to have a bucket of water thrown at him?
No, I think he'll welcome you quite freely.
Well, I'd like to see him. He's
We're going to set up a meeting, me and Thomas, and we're going to mediate the meeting between the mighty Tyrkir and the imminent Egil Thorsson.
well, you can have no problem with me, mate.
And going back, give me a minute. So when Biscotti says, "I'm good, thank you, Sean. I hope you're well." And Thomas Dale says, "Hi, Roman." And Roman Biscotti says, "Yum. Enjoy, Thomas. What are you having on it, Thomas? Mustard or pickle?"
I like mango chutney with corned beef.
Oh, I don't have that. I like mango chutney, but never on corned beef. That's a new one on me.
Or you can have mayonnaise. That's another one.
No, for me, it's got to be a good dollop of mustard.
Or pickle, Branston pickle.
Yeah, that's not too bad either, if you haven't got no mustard.
Well, I as I say, I like mango chutney on it.
What about salad cream by Heinz?
I haven't had a salad cream since I was a child.
Really?
I like it. I love it. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, right. Well, I could have put some on your sandwiches today.
Yeah, well, as I say, I haven't had any of that since. Ooh.
If you hear the phone go off, it's just TikTok and there's more notifications because it's just going like a madman at the moment.
You know, next to the last time I had a salad cream, you were probably not born.
Really?
Yeah, that's that long ago. He's
Wow.
old.
No, I'm not that old yet.
Ooh, he says not.
You know, how old do you think I am? Of course, some of you know.
That's the point. How old are you?
It's a secret, Egil. I try to keep it a secret on the channel for a long time.
I'm 66.
I'm in my 40s, but I think I'm more like 27.
I'm 66 and 17.
Indeed. Oh, yes. So that's TikTok again. Another notification, another comment. And Thomas Dale says, "Thank you, Roman." And Phoebe Graveyard says, "Demonium, why did you choose nailing, and what kind of nails did you use?" So that'll be referring to the shield.
Oh, yeah.
If you just type in carpet tax, that's TACS. The good thing about carpet tax, I can't say it, let alone speak it, is that well, they're soft, so they'll manipulate into the wood a lot easier than a standard nail.
They're actually spelled TACKS.
Well, there's two ways of spelling it.
The American way.
There's the official way, and there's Bragi's way.
There's the English way and the wrong way, but never mind.
Yes, rolled on that, man.
You get the message.
And oh, lovely. We're just being donated for a super chat of £9.99 from Daniel Howes. Well,
thanks,
thank you very much, Daniel. We always appreciate it when anybody sends us a little bit of money. And, you know, it always astonishes me when people do that. Because we've been running this channel for 4 years and really just getting into the super chats things. And it's just incredible. And people are so generous. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
And after I've catch up with the comments, I'll explain what's happening with the merchandise and where we are at in that stage of bringing it to the channel and to TikTok. So, yes, that's called an emoji, Egil.
Yes, I am familiar.
I need to get like a book of emojis to understand them a bit better.
Well, they're always bringing them out, aren't they?
I know, crazy. So,
it's the future. It's a good thing because it's showing things are moving on. You're not standing still. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's the water going off. We've got a very strange, funny toilet in this house. It needs hitting with a hammer.
He has. I don't.
Yes. So Phoebe, I've done that comment. So Thomas Dale says, just been sat for a while by Derby's Museum of Making. Egil used to work there a while ago.
I've actually worked at all three. But yeah.
I walked past there the other day and Stephen Mulhern was there, the famous TV celebrity, filming. So I walked past quite close. So as I walked past, I just went, unbelievable! So you might see me on camera on ITV in a few weeks on a Saturday evening for Saturday night takeaway.
Probably on the cutting room floor.
Well, probably so. And he had a really glittery coat on.
But yeah, I mean, I loved working for the museum services, but I think it's changed for now. They changed it from the council to private ownership, and they weren't paying as much. And I was working 7 days a week as it was.
Yes, we'll have to see if we can go around the new museum I'm making. It's an old museum, being made into a new museum, and see if we can film there.
I don't know whether they will because of security, but who knows? It'd be nice if we could.
If we don't ask, you don't get.
Oh, you got that one right.
I'll ask.
Okay. Hinted that if I do, they'll throw me out.
Yes, and may do.
Oh, dear.
So Daniel Howell says, hello, Egil.
Hi.
Hello, all.
Hi, Daniel.
And Thomas Dale says, hello, Daniel. And Daniel Howell says, hello, Thomas. Demonian Warrior says, I bought my shield from a shop called Spearman Supplies. Now, I've seen them and looked at them, and I do have some nice bits of kit.
I've never heard of them.
And they only supply them with nails. I think they use metal tacks to put on the rawhide on. Yes. And then Daniel Howell says, I missed buying my grandfather's DCM. Then a few years later, his Victoria medal on eBay for a fortnight. Oh, that's a shame.
Well, I actually do collect war medals and research them. And DCM, that's a cracking medal.
What is that? That's the
Distinguished Conduct Medal.
Yes.
It's one down from the VC for other ranks. I used to have one, but I got hard up and had to flog it. But it's a very high medal for other ranks. If you were an officer, you'd have got the Distinguished Service Order. But it's a nice chunky medal.
Yes, that is something we're going to do in the future. We'll start our own little separate channel for Egil to cover and talk about medals, because you do know a lot about medals, don't you?
Well, I learned from a very good friend of mine who still does antique collecting. We still get it wrong. I have another friend who collects. He's got a far better collection than I have. And he knows quite a bit about medals. And it'd be nice to have a debate with him on camera.
But that'll be a few years away from now.
Yeah.
We're not in a rush to start that channel, but I think you would be very good on that channel.
It's one of the things. I think there'll be a few people who would be interested in a lot.
I think it'll be a select audience.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And Yeah, that's fair enough.
We could also just get you holding a medal in the air and just get you doing some dancing like on TikTok.
No,
No,
that's-
it'd be too serious, that channel, so we won't do that. So, but that's possibly for the future.
yeah.
So, just going back to some of these comments, and I really should make more people moderators on here. So, after Siberia says, "Love you guys and all that you do." Well,
Oh,
thank you very much. We aim to please.
Much appreciated.
Now we have a comment here from Epic Level Craft. I don't think I've seen you on the live stream before. So first of all, welcome to the channel.
Hi.
And how are you today? And they says, greetings, my Viking brothers.
Oh,
That's
great.
wonderful. Thank you very much. Then Daniel Howe says, will you do a video featuring the Saxon cave dwelling from the news? And that's talking about Anchor Church. Recently, it's been discovered that an Anglo-Saxon king who was, well, not, he was, what do you call it? Not disbarred, what's the term? Exiled. He was living there for a while. Although I think we've known this for a good while. And eventually, when we can start travelling and I get a car, and then probably next year or year after, we do aim to go around and travel to places and film. Well, you can put your nice suit on.
Well, at the moment, I mean,
it's difficult.
It's difficult. I mean, he's got responsibilities that you've got to look after.
Oh, yes. My father today is 90, Magna.
Yeah, he's a good lad.
Doing all right.
Hasn't the slightest idea who I am, but that's fine. But I mean, poor old Bragi's got responsibilities, and they come first, obviously. But we're doing all right, aren't we?
Oh, we are doing all right.
You can't complain.
I'm alive and breathing. That's good, isn't it?
Well, the channel is as well.
Oh, yes. I mean, we do have slow growth on YouTube. If you compare the growth on TikTok, which is just in the thousands %, what's happening very soon on YouTube is that they're releasing and opening the YouTube Shorts app to 100 countries. So a lot of these videos we've got in store, we can start publishing. But one thing I want to know is that, do you want us to actually start a YouTube Shorts channel, a separate channel for those videos? Because I could literally bombard you with 5 videos a day there. We have that many in hand. Or do you want it all on the same channel? Love you to read your thoughts in the comments on that.
I was just looking, my hair's looking thin on the top.
Well, yeah, well, we'll buy you a wig out of company funds.
Flash the skin, baby.
There's a new thing now, you can get your hair back.
Right.
So perhaps we'll invest.
Who knows?
Anyway, go back to some of these. So that's one thing I've been thinking about, is just having like a Northworthy Shorts channel purely for a lot of the shorts, and basically because in some of these short videos we swear on TikTok. So we don't do that on this channel.
No.
So would you want to see that? It's not a problem for me to sort out and organise that.
I basically think it's horses for courses. You'll upset some, quite right.
Or do we just say,
others will like
sod it, let's just put swearing videos on this channel? But then again, we kind of beat 4 years of hard work where we're not sworn and we're being family-friendly and professional.
It doesn't necessarily mean you have to. I mean,
now a lot of new channels, they start a short channel, and those short videos do very well, and the channel suddenly goes quite big. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a poll in the community tab, and then we're going to have a poll about it to give all you guys and girls a chance to vote.
Very
but I still love to read your comments.
Yeah.
So,
because at the end of the day, it's your channel. We want to make sure we do it right.
Just going back to Thomas and his corned beef, and he said, I had bread on my corned beef.
Had what?
Bread.
Oh, bread. Brown or white?
Indeed, or bit, you can have both, can't you? Mixed, 50-50.
But at the moment, I have Hovis white. But I do like brown bread, but it's just nearer to me to get it.
So a comment here from Danonian Warrior. My helmet has saved me a few times in battle from my shield knocking in my face.
Yeah.
Nose guard on your helmet is very important for protection like that. Well, definitely so, because your shield can get knocked upwards, or your knee can catch your shield, and that can also knock it up.
Well, the thing is, if you hit hard enough there, you're dead.
Well, definitely, and that's happening re-enactment, sadly.
And whether it's a blunt sword or a real sword, it still kills you.
So Phoebe Graveyard says, Sean, for guys, about 30 to 32 inches. For smaller people, maybe 24 to 26 inches. Mine is 24 inch, partly because my left arm is weakened.
Just build up your strength, darling.
Yeah.
And also, you rely more on skill than men do. Men rely on brute strength. Some of the best warriors are women. I've seen that.
Definitely.
So get that left arm of yours built up a bit. All you need is a dumbbell. Just go down the gym. You don't have to be Charles Atlas. But at the same time, use your skills. And one of the tricks I saw in a battle, and I was doing the same thing, and actually you use the shield wall as your shield, and you walk along. There's always somebody willing to step out of line. Then you jab them with your spear, move on.
Yes, most people have a shield though.
But she was doing it with an axe, and I tried to get her. She just kept smiling at me, but
Of course,
never got her.
the other option for you is to have a shoulder strap to your shield. So you put it over your head and it hangs on your shoulder, so that it will take some of that weight and pressure from your arm.
I have actually stopped a shield wall because some poor lad got his caught round his neck. But anyway, my darling, let me tell you, practice and you'll be all right. There's no reason to worry about men fighting. Some of the best fighters I've ever seen are women. So just get in there, my darling, and give them hell. Let us know how you get on.
Yeah, we don't have a shield with a shoulder strap on it, but I'm working on adding one so we can demonstrate that in some videos. Because if you're using a double-handed spear, then you definitely want a shoulder strap with a little loop. And we'll try to get one set up so we can demonstrate and talk about this, because it does make a big advantage.
And a scramble sacks.
Well, you have a sax in your hand, but they banned that recently. You can't carry your spear with a Seax in the same hand. You know,
take all the fun out of it.
I used to have a little leather loop on my back of my shoulders to have a Seax stuck down the back of it, which was quite convenient.
I used to have the blade sticking out, so if you went straight down, you slashed yourself.
So just going back to some of the comments, and we've got some emojis from out of Siberia. And then Thomas Dale says, there will be thongs with Bragi on the front. And then Thomas Dale says, I had bread on my, I read that one, it's corned beef. And then Finn Rafe, so hello to Finn Rafe, how are you doing? I thought Bragi said he was 46 once on stream. No, not that old actually. I'm getting that way, but not that old, no.
Are you sure it wasn't his waist level? Ooh!
No, that must be yours, Egil.
Are you kidding?
Did you know that Lynn made those trousers?
Yeah.
Lynn?
Yeah.
Made those trousers, Egil?
Yeah.
Right, there you go. Just thought I'd let you know about that.
That big waist, mine's gone.
So, Thomas Dale says, yeah, there was something like 3,500 subs join on TikTok overnight. Well, it's actually gone up to over 6,000 now since yesterday, followers. So we should be getting close to 10,000 followers, which is the magic number you need to start making money out of TikTok.
It'll probably be 999.
But one of the questions I've got about TikTok is, should we make adverts for people? Because when you get to 10,000 followers, you can join a little thing where companies and businesses can say, well, can you make an advert for 15 seconds about this app? And we'll pay you $300.
Give it a go.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm tempted to do it. I think it also feels quite cheesy to do it, but as a channel, you need to make money and to cover your cost of the equipment so that you can get a better camera and a better tripod and better lights and more swords.
He'll let me know. He'll let me know.
Yes. So Roman says, yay, Daniel. And Thomas says, yay. Thanks, Daniel. Then Roman Biscotti has very kindly put up links to our PayPal and our Pinterest and our Instagram. And if you can also add me on Facebook as well. Ooh. So, and my name would be Andy Bragi Magnarsson Wright, and Wright is spelled with a W-R-I-G-H-T.
As in the artist Joseph.
Yes, indeed. But I don't think they know who he is.
Joseph Wright, great painter. So
Finway, if I really like metal, the music called metal. Oh, too right. I'm a big heavy metal fan. In fact, when I was back at school in the 90s, I was what you would class as a greb. And a greb is like somebody into your heavy metal music.
In the 90s, I was at university as a mature student.
And Raymond Biscotti says, I cannot find you on TikTok, bragging Egil. Perhaps Thomas can, please. If you go to TikTok and you got to type in Northworthy Sagas Stories, there's no and in it, and you should find us. Or alternatively, you go to TikTok and you put hashtag Derby UK or hashtag Derby, that's D-E-R-B-Y, City, and you'll find some of our videos there. So trying to make us a bit more famous in Derby, so that when Egil goes out, he gets chased around by these old deers.
Well, I get used to that.
Yes. You know, you're that far from being infamous and famous, Egil.
I thought you said that far from being impetus. I was going to say, you might have a point.
Don't make me laugh on camera. Did you know that Lynn made those trousers?
Yeah, she's... Quite a
Didn't make these trousers though.
No, she's a trousereer.
So you can find us on TikTok, and we do try to upload 3 videos a day on there. And I try to upload 1 comedy dance video from either Egil or from both of us.
Also important, Lynn made these trousers.
Indeed, she did. Yes, we'll have that on a T-shirt soon, and I will get back and talk about merch soon when I finish reading these comments.
Be nice to see.
So, I've just seen a comment from Treve Tales, and they say that's from Australia. Our friends from down under.
Yeah.
And they said hello, Bragi and Egil.
Good day, mate.
Now, the other day I did put a video up on TikTok, but I took it down. It was basically a spoof parody interview with Mel Gibson, where Mel Gibson was actually dressed and looked just like Egil Thorsson, and Egil Thorsson was actually portraying Mel Gibson. But I took it down because I felt a little bit dodgy about impersonating somebody else, and I did not know, and I did not want to have another video taken down by TikTok. And though it's a very funny video, and it's and I may just publish that on the old YouTube because that's so funny.
I think
Treve would find that hilarious being Australian.
Well, I think Mel Gibson might as well.
I'm sure he's a very funny man. He's got a big beard now.
Is he?
Yeah. And Thomas Dale says, hello, Treve Tales. And Roman says, hello, Treve. And Treve says, hello, Thomas. And Treve says, hello, Roman. And Sean Whittaker says, thanks, Phoebe. And then Roman Biscotti puts up our Twitter page. I don't often use Twitter, I must say. I'm not a massive fan of Twitter. But I must try to get back into it one day. I've got too much to do. And Treve Tales says it's 3:25 a.m. here.
It's
so
25 to 6.
Yeah, don't stay up all night. You know, you've got to get some good sleep.
Is he talking to me or you?
Or both of us, Egil.
Yeah.
And Daniel Howell says, corned beef, I think I'd rather go hungry.
Nah, bully beef's wonderful stuff.
What about corned beef hash when you mash it with potato and fry it?
Yeah, I love it.
I don't really like that.
I like corned beef. I like corned beef hash. Spam's another one of my
I love
favourites.
spam. Fry your spam.
For spam fritters,
Yeah.
corned beef fritters.
Wonderful spam, wonderful spam.
I'm sorry about this.
Sorry.
I really am.
He said a key trigger word in my mind that makes me want to sing that song, so I can't help it.
In the words of
My
Israel.
mental condition of having key words that make you want to do something.
Oy vey.
You know, the things you do for a living, eh?
I'm saying no.
So, Daniel Howell says, I just noticed I'm as bold as this emoji.
All right.
So, Egil, it was white bread, says
Yeah.
Thomas Dale.
Yeah.
And Roman Biscotti says, yay, Lim making those trousers.
Yeah, Lynn made these trousers.
I did not know that, Egil.
No. Well, you know, as I say,
What is it? I've forgotten already.
Lynn made these trousers.
Those trousers.
Yeah, if you're out there, Lynn, let us know, babe.
You never know.
Yeah. But as I say, Lynn made these.
I know where she lives. I could put some wanted posters outside her house. With your face on.
You could.
Wanted, Lynn, you made Egil's trousers.
Well, the thing is, she contacted me on my old phone, and I was out when she texted me back on the old phone.
Yes. When was this?
About 3-4 months back.
Oh, right.
And I lost her, and she just took her arse in her hand, and she's not rung me back, so I can't give her a new number.
Oh, look, we're just being spammed in a comment. I get back to that in a minute. Tree Tail says, Bragi is the same vintage as me, but he doesn't have 4 children or a grey beard like mine.
Go for it, baby.
Mine's quite multicoloured, my beard, when I have one.
Hey, keep fertile, that's what I say, baby.
Well, that's what Freya's for.
Yeah.
And Thomas Dale says, there could be a series of videos called Pimping Egil when the money starts rolling in. Yeah, we could pimp you up, get you a nice flash car, pimp up your flat, get you a pimped up sofa.
Tell you what, if I'm earning enough money, I'll move out my grotty flat and have a house.
That'll be one of the good aims of the channel. Where you get paid enough, you can buy a house.
Yeah.
Like Normanton or somewhere.
Oh my God, Norman. Ah, we'll see.
The edge of Normanton.
Yeah.
So, Roman Biscotti says, Techno Egil is my favourite. Can you remember filming Techno Egil 3 years ago?
A few years back, yeah.
We keep meaning to do a new one, but I need a third person to come and hold and you do the camera's work for me. So it's a bit difficult to both be on camera and film yourself dancing. And then Thomas Dale says, did Lynn make those trousers?
Yes, she did actually.
right.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Lynn made these.
Yes,
didn't
I think that'll be the title of the next live stream. Lynn made those trousers.
she? Yeah, good girl.
And Thomas Dale says, oh yes, Techno Viking.
Well, not only that, Lynn is an excellent cook.
Indeed.
Remember when she was on camp, we used to live like kings.
Oh, that Viking gingerbread she used to make and those little ginger biscuits were awesome.
Well, also the late great Alan Barradell was a good, brilliant cook.
So Roman Biscotti says, Mel Gibson is great in the movie Fat Man. He plays Santa. It's on Amazon Prime and it's an action movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. I do have Amazon Prime. And then Thomas Dale says in the comment, spam, 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 spam. I told you we got spammed. Spam, 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 spam. I don't want to miss any out. Spam, 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 spam. Wait a minute, what's the next one? Spam. Spam, spam, spam. Spam. Spam, 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 spam.
Is he trying to say something?
Yeah, he loves his spam.
I think he missed a spam out there.
Ain't spam a weird word?
It's soya protein American meat is what it stands for. It
Did not know that.
It was issued in World War II to British people who were on rations.
I love it fried with some baked beans and a bit of fried bread and an egg.
And it was made with soya protein, hence soya protein American meat, and that's why it's called spam.
So we're getting close now to the end of the current comments, and I can talk about the merchandise.
Yeah.
So Raymond Biscotti says, last little old Thomas, and Tree Tail says, tweet others how you wish to be tweeted.
That's exactly right. My dad used to say that, and he's right.
And Denomian Warrior says, what is your favourite type of helmet?
I like the spectacle helmet.
Yes.
Because it affords protection. However, it does restrict your view. If you've got a spectacle helmet and you're going downstairs, whoa, you don't want to do it. I've tried it.
Yes, we do have a new spectacle helmet coming to the channel soon, which I bought recently. I decided that with having too much money, I needed to treat myself and buy something nice. And I also bought a langseax, but so far it's keen to be stuck in customs or stuck somewhere in the EU.
You poor fella.
And I'm dreading the bill I'm going to get for the import tax from the tax man. So
serves you right for having too much money.
Well, I don't think I'll be buying anything from the EU anymore, not until they sort all that out. Because let's face it, you don't need tariffs when you buy something, do you?
Apparently they do.
Yeah, well, there you go. They've got to make the money out of you, so they can afford good champagne in Parliament. So, these are my voice here. The Denonian Warrior says, what is your favourite type of helmet? So, yeah, it's a spectacle helmet. I think for me, it'd probably be my first one I bought. Grab it. Tip. Drop my cup of tea on the floor.
You said something very rude.
I know, I swear when I make mistakes, that's my favourite helmet.
Cool.
I got to go and mop that up in a minute. So you talk about that, I'll sort this little disaster out.
Meanwhile, as we are knee deep,
how un-British of me.
We are knee deep in tea. Oh my goodness, it really is. I'm going to cross my legs because I don't want to get my little shoes wet. But anyway, this is a conical helmet. Notable by its nose guard, which is very essential. If you look at the top, if you can imagine.
I was enjoying that tea.
Yeah, well, you should be more careful. As you bring a weapon down on top, it will slide off the side, which is what it's designed to do. It's a very clever helmet. And one thing I think people may not understand is it's an evolving technology all the time. Yeah, it's more than just a pot on your head. I mean, this was made in one piece, whereas before it was made of several plates. Originally it would be a dome top, so when you hit it, it doesn't slide off. Of course,
that's a good point.
People were getting killed, so they decided to put a point on it.
How un-British of me.
Well, no, I mean, this is a standard helmet, you know, it does what it says on the tin.
If you could pay 25 quid for that.
Well, you got a bargain.
Well, I do have a knack for getting bargains.
It's called having money.
Yeah, but I did line it recently with some new lining. It's a little bit tight on my head, but it does fit nicely. And that's one of the most important things about a helmet is it fits your head nicely.
Did you get that team on too?
Well, yeah, it's all right. I don't like this carpet anyway.
I don't know. He did like his tea though.
Oh, dear.
Next question.
So, yeah, so we've got more comments coming in. Hashtag Lynn made those trousers.
Lynn, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know Lynn made these?
No, I did not know. Is it Lynn?
Yeah.
You're spelling Ling on it. Is it O-Y and N?
I think it's a double N. I seem to remember.
There's a few ways of spelling Lynn.
Oh yeah, I mean.
If it was beer, I would not have spelt that.
Yeah, well you drunk it. Yeah,
If I put it done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well he's in Australia then. Look, Australia, England.
No.
G'day mate, we're now in Australia. We're upside down.
Sending me a loopy. What's the next?
You're already on loopy. They got give me a minute. So
stuttering there.
yeah, I know. Denonian Warrior says, well, he said that one. And Roman Biscotti says, last out loud to Eve. Roman says, They see me rolling in linen trousers with a musical emoji and a laughing, crying face.
Well, that's one we could do, is Lynn's trousers.
I think we've covered that in a few videos now.
What, dancing trousers?
Not the dancing Lynn's trousers, no. Well, next time you're around here on Monday, mate.
Yeah, oh God.
You're dancing to Lynn's trousers.
Yeah.
You could put your other trousers on and I could hold them up behind you.
All right, well. No nudity, please.
Not on this channel. So, yeah, we'll sign you up for OnlyFans. Yeah, you don't know what it is, do you? You don't want to know.
I've got an idea.
Spam is also maps backwards, says Roman Biscotti.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's also delicious.
Thomas Dale says laughs out loud. Roman Biscotti says laughs out loud. Then we have a comment here from Daniel Howes. There was a program years ago where a salmon was coated in Hebridean bread. Then they cooked it on open fire. Anyone tried it? No, but it sounds nice.
I like salmon in little bits. I'm more a trout man, if we're being honest. But
I like plaice myself.
I like tin salmon. I know it sounds horrendous.
I love a good red snapper.
I've not had one of them.
Well, we'll take you to a restaurant and get one.
This guy's had more of a classy food than I have.
Yes, caviar, champagne.
Oh, I've had caviar. I thought it was very uninteresting.
So we've got a comment here from Dr. Dozy.
Hi, Doc.
Who's I've not seen you on a comment before. So hello, Dr. Dozy, and welcome to the channel. And it says, you make. And Roman Biscotti says, oh, Daniel, I hope the salmon was okay. And Roman Biscotti says, laughs out loud. And Daniel Howe is Bragi, the Jarl of Derby. No. I don't really want to be a Jarl, do you?
I think he likes to think he is. No, of course he isn't. No.
We'll have Tyrkir as the Jarl because he's done it before.
Yeah, all right. It doesn't really exist anymore, mate.
No.
It's an imaginary tale, but if he wants to do that.
I'm not into self-promoting yourself. You know, 1 minute you're a private, and next minute you're a sergeant major.
I wonder what you were going to say for a minute then. Woof, woof, baby.
So Thomas Dale says, no, but he stared in my name is Jarl, says Thomas Dale.
All right, well.
And Thomas Dale says, which was filmed in Derby. And Daniel Howe says, James Bond was from Derbyshire. Well, one of them. And yes,
Timothy Dalton.
Yes, my teacher used to teach him at school in Derby.
Well, apparently he used to live in Belper and went to the cinema at the top of the hill.
Oh, right. It's a good walk, that.
And also, he went to the school at the bottom.
Yes.
That's what I was told. Whether it's true or not, I have no idea.
And then Tree Tail says, love Monty Python, Thomas. And Phoebe Graveyard, don't cry over spilled tea. I won't do. I'll have another one in a bit. So,
It's
very
the
good
carpet
comment.
that's crying.
No, well, it's got a few stains from you over the
Well,
years.
it does look a bit tea stained.
And we don't have a carpet cleaner in this house. So I broke it with a big Dane axe.
I don't know.
Well, it needs to go in recycling. So how do you get rid of your knackered old carpet cleaner? You get your axe out and break it up.
Okay.
And Roman Biscotti says laughs out loud, and Thomas Dale says yes, laughs out loud, and Thomas Dale says Monty Python is good. Oh yes. Is it the full Monty Python though?
It's a bit cliched now, I think, but I'm miserable. I prefer bottom.
Do you think the Goodies was better than Monty Python?
Not really. It's aimed at a younger audience. No, I like the Goodies. I like
The Goons.
No, the Goons were all right, but yeah, Rick Mail and Aid Edmondson have always been one of my favourites.
So Danonian Warrior says, I've got a late Roman ridge helmet from post-Roman reenactment. I'm looking at getting a Spangen helmet in the future. Oh, yeah. Cool.
Go for it.
And then Thomas Dale says, Roman helmet is Roman Biscotti's ancient Italian relative. Oh, right. Yeah. Ah, ciao. I'm a Roman helmet.
Big to Italy.
Yeah, it's a lovely country and they do lovely food. And if you're going to go to Italy, you want to go to Sorrento and stay at the Hotel St. Malfusius. I know I'm saying that wrong because I'm tired.
Not where I stayed, mate.
But they got three swimming pools.
I was at Genoa, the Grimsby. Not very good.
So
I'm tired as well, mate.
So we had Dr. Dozy had a message deleted by Roman Biscotti. So what have you been doing, Dr. Dozy? Have you been acting bad on the old chat? Won't be having none of that on here, will we?
No.
We don't often get trolls.
I don't know.
So Tree Tail says Danonian Warrior are a group of Australia is called the Tribe of Dumnonia. We do post-Roman 6th to 11th century reenactment. Yeah, so that's caught up with the comments for now. Let's talk about the old merchandise as Egil takes his shoe off. Oh, whiffy.
My feet don't smell. They stink.
Feet are funny things, aren't they?
Well, I've got a pair of them. So.
Did you know that 12 men have been on the moon and walked on it, but only 119 toes? Yeah, it's a fact I learned. You got that hole in that sock.
Oh, I'm a poor man.
I gave you a load of socks, but you're not wearing them yet.
Not yet.
You're saving them for the future.
Well, they're not worn out, are they?
Well, I suppose so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I bet you got massive holes in your underpants, I hope so. You got to get them on, haven't you?
My underpants are fresh as a daisy. I buy them regularly. I change them every day, by the way. And my socks.
So, Dr. Daisy says, my comment was deleted. Well, what did you put? I didn't see it. So, don't leave bad comments. Because we do have a very good people, you know, the moderators on our channel are marvellous. And it saves me having to think about it. So let's just go to the merchandise then. So the stage where we're at is that I'm currently having some designs put together by Paul Farrer, a good friend of mine from the American Civil War reenactment scene. He lives down south in Cornwall. So we're going to first of all get them designed up. So far I've got about 6 working designs and I've got a few more ideas. And then once we've got those designs ready, I'm going to sign up to a merchandise company. And then I think we're going to have some kind of a LinkedIn web page where we can have all the links with a PayPal donation thing and all that. And then we're going to start advertising and let you guys go and buy a bit of merchandise. So you two can have a t-shirt with Egil's face on. What about that?
Oh, woof, woof,
So,
baby.
So I am working on it. I know it takes a bit of time to do these things, and I've got to email Paul some photos.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully soon. I can't promise anything because I don't like promising things on the channel. But I'm kind of aiming by August to have a link in the description for our merchandise page.
It's terrible if you offer things and they never happen.
That's so I would try not to promise something. We try to say, well, we are going to do it, but it just takes time. But then you leave yourself open. You're not going to be, you know, whooshing around like a madman. Oh, a mad lady indeed.
Whatever.
So that's the update on the old merchandise. So watch out for that. We're going to have my face on a few things, and we're going to have Egil and Tyrkir and me on a t-shirt together, and maybe some of our catchphrases.
Maybe Njal.
Yeah, Njal will have one.
Yeah.
I think when I was drinking with Thomas and Tyrkir, the pub came up with a very good idea for a t-shirt, and I got to be reminded of it.
Okay.
So that's where we are with the old merchandise. So Owen Biscotti says, laughs out loud. And Daniel Howell says, all my socks have holes in them, even the new ones.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought it, eh?
Well, if you haven't got any holes, you can't put them on, can you?
Yeah, but they don't make socks like they used to. I can remember in the 90s when they used to buy socks and they lasted forever. And these days you get a sock and you pull them up, and the next minute your toes are at one side and the bit around the bottom of your shoe, your heel, weakens.
I have a whole pack of socks that I've not even opened.
I know.
No, I mean brand new.
Where do you get your socks from?
Primark.
Oh, well, I don't go to Primark. I go to KT Maxx because you can get branded socks at dirt cheap prices.
Your income and my income are about that far apart.
I don't know. I paid $6.99 the other day for 7 socks.
£3.
Yeah, £3. That's like $5 and $12.
Yeah, £3 a smack round the head and tough to clear off.
Yeah. Would you like some socks for your birthday?
Well, yeah, but.
So we have another super chat donation here of £5.
Woof!
And it says, buy yourself a cup of tea on me. Oh, thank you very much. We will do.
I was going to say buy some socks.
Yeah, buy some socks, Egil, for $5.
I've got socks.
Yes, well, when we get a post box, you can send your sock donations to Egil.
Oh, dear.
And the stuffed dog. You're getting the stuffed dog, and you're going to get all the socks you could possibly want.
Oh, dear. Oh, never mind. And the next. What's that green?
We could get your old socks and put them in a picture frame and send them to people.
Raffle them off.
Yeah. Would you like to own one of Egil's old socks in a picture frame?
I'll tell you what I keep finding is I keep finding one sock. I don't know why, because I'm very scrupulous about it, but there seems to be a sock fairy who steals me sock.
I know, that's the whole thing about socks. You always end up with one you can never find. Where do they go?
And biros are another one, and combs.
Yeah.
I think God has got a tax on us and we don't realise it.
Do you think there's a god of socks out there somewhere?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and he takes your socks.
Thermo.
Thermo.
Yeah. Thermo Woolenos.
What would that name be in Anglo-Saxon?
Woolenos and Saxon.
Yeah, well, I think you need to get socks made by Woolly Mammoth because they'll last forever then, wouldn't they?
Ah, we're very right. Oh, my back is killing me. Hint, hint.
So, Thomas Dale says, my pants are 3 holes in, 1 for the waist and 2 for the legs.
Oh, I don't know what I was going to say for a minute then. I think you'll find there's 4. Although one has a button over it, hopefully.
Yeah, so I'll tell you a funny story about my father Magnar and his underpants later when I go off camera.
When I was a kid,
Yes, he was that high.
there used to be a program called Magnarsson, an underwater diver.
Mm.
And I used to put my underpants on my head and pretend I was a skin diver.
Yes, we've done that recently on TikTok where you was drowning in water. Remember that?
Yeah, but I had underpants on my head.
No. Yeah.
I'll keep giving away these.
That's very Blackadder, isn't it? All you need now is 2 pencils up your nose and you're going mad.
No, I just had the leg here.
Oh, right.
That. The groin on the top of the head.
Well, we could recreate that on foot video.
I don't think we'll bother.
Right, we'll leave that idea behind. So, Thomas Dale says, all pants with Bragi's face on it. Yeah, well, that could be another. I mean, what kind of merchandise do you want? I mean, would you want a Northworthy bikini, 1-piece or 2-piece? You could have Northworthy towels, key rings, your mugs, t-shirts, sweaters, jumpers. So perhaps we could have Egil Thorson's face on your underpants and knickers.
Oh, great, lovely. A certain gentleman who runs an entrepreneurial thing in Derby had pants with his face on them.
What? Would you feel it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I've seen them.
Wow.
The women's, not men's.
Who'd have thought it, eh?
Yeah, well.
How many sets did you buy?
I didn't buy any, I can assure you.
So,
I like the guy, but not that much.
So a comment here from Dr. Dozy, why are my comments being deleted? Well, I'm not seeing what you put in those comments, but if you put anything offensive or a bit not quite right, then the moderators on the chat will delete those. And we'll just go back to your second comment, saying later on it says, for saying thank you.
Oh.
So I don't know what's gone on there. I didn't see your comments, but just try to keep them clean. I'm sure they are. And move on from that. And Roman Bicotti says, yay, Treve. And then she spells Treve right without the S at the end. Treves. And Phoebe Graveyard, I'm still waiting for Egil's bus pass t-shirt. Yes, that will be on the list. I may have to edit the bus pass so we're not breaching Derby City Council's copyright of the image.
The big joke is they don't look at it because you have to put it face down.
Yes, and we have recently filmed it. Yeah, look, Egil. It's your bus pass hat.
Oh, it's a red one.
No, it's that one. Here is the hat on his bus pass. And this is what he looks like on his bus pass without the glasses.
Yeah, stupid.
I know. So, although the other day on TikTok, apparently you got more common sense than Joe Biden, the President of the United States of America. So I thought that was very funny.
Won't mind his wages. It's not a good job at the moment, is it?
So just going back, well, it's doing a better job than old Trump. And we filmed some funny videos about that earlier.
Either way, I wouldn't like to be a president of America. Or president.
So Roman Biscotti says, Dr. Dozy, I deemed it a troll comment. So if you are trolling the channel, then they'll be deleted. And if you carry on, you'll be put into timeout. So just don't troll. You know, never a good thing. Why do trolls exist? I don't know. I've not got anything better to do, but I'm not seeing your comments. So now Dr. Dozy's been hidden. So goodbye.
Oh, right.
So we do it. We've had them a few times in live streams, but not for a long time because YouTube's pretty good on that.
You sound like you're invited.
Oh no. Well, there's the thing about TikTok. When you get a troll on TikTok, you're actually meant to respond to them and not delete them, because by doing that, you get a conversation, and what happens, and TikTok realise that you're having a conversation, and they give you more traction to your video. I read the other day. So Denonian Warrior says, I'm based in the UK, but a lot of reenactment around the Dark Ages. My favourite part is Denonia and Cornwall. I'm currently building a 5th century Romano-British kit.
Well, my ancestors came from Devon.
Yes.
And in fact, one of my ancestors is buried in the cathedral. He was Archbishop there.
Yes.
But I've never seen him yet.
Well, we'll go down one day. And
What time
I was going to say something. Well, I forgot.
You're going to give me 5,000 quid, I think, aren't you?
Yeah, right. You can have it in Monopoly money.
He said something very rude in his head then.
I did not. Are you a mind reader?
Yeah. It's disgusting.
What would you do with £5,000?
Buy medals.
But you could buy a lot of socks with that.
I wish I never mentioned bloody
So yeah,
socks.
so that'll be another of the t-shirt ideas. I've got a few funny comical ideas, and of course over the time we've got these little sayings, haven't we? We say like, "Who'd have thought it?" And I'm gonna have Lynn make these trousers. Then I'm gonna have another one that says "a warm welcome," because that's where I always greet people. And I'm gonna have one with Egil saying, "I am not Frank Gallagher," because people on TikTok seem to think that you're Frank Gallagher, apparently from Shameless.
Or what's his name? Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, and then the other day we had one saying, "Are you Willie Nelson?" So you know, are you Willie Nelson?
No, I'm half Nelson.
Oh right, that's good. Well, he lost his arm, didn't he?
No idea.
He did, Nelson.
Oh, Nelson. Yeah, I thought you meant Willie Nelson.
So Tree Tale says, "Excellent Danonian warrior." Now there's a merchant seller called Mercia Civita. He's English, but he's based in Spain now. That's a guy we know as Druid, and he has a very nice segment of Romano-British jewellery.
Yeah.
I've been looking on that page. He's got well over 1,500 castings for sale. So to Thomas Dale says in a comment, "If you did, you have shown up in the chat." So we're not seeing that, just referring to Dr. Dozy. So Dr. Dozy is dozed off now. So there you go. And Thomas Dale says mug would be great, and t-shirts, sweaters and hoodies. So definitely those what we'll be adding.
Yep.
And Roman Biscotti says buy troll. So Egil buys the troll.
I know how he feels about you, aren't we?
Yeah. And Thomas Dale says Egil for president.
Yeah.
And now we have a comment here from Pyro Fisher. And he says hi.
Pyro.
And Thomas Dale says a guns and axes scheme. Now could be another t-shirt idea. And Roman Biscotti says hello Pyro. And Daniel Howe says tablets and trolls, ancients and new. And Thomas Dale says hi Pyro Fisher. And Pyro Fisher says hi Roman. Joe's are you? And then another comment to say hi Thomas. Sorry, how's are you? So Pyro Fisher, a double sorry are. And Truth Tales says a Northworthy Sagas engraved sacks for the youth knife lovers. So yeah. So Thomas Dale says Lynn could make a loan of trousers for £5,000. And Thomas Dale in a comment, in a fairly traditional comment on the channel, says there's one word and it says onion.
Nice.
So you like onions, don't you?
It's the onion of the past.
Yes. Are you getting lit? You want to stand up?
Yeah, I'm about ready.
Yeah, we are going to go soon. But look at him; he's getting frustrated, and you'll see.
Things have to move.
Yes, you've got to go home soon.
I have a very organised life.
Yes, come early, and we've got to go finish earlier. So Roman Biscotti says, "Doing well, Pyro. Thank you. How are you?" And Pyro Fisher says, "I'm good, thank you." So, any more wise words from Egil before you go home?
Well, I've just blown off.
Thanks.
No, it's an unsmelly one.
Oh, right.
Any wise words? Yeah, well, Lynn made these trousers, I'm sure.
She didn't, did she?
Oh, yeah. And
those trousers.
Yeah. And if you're out there, Lynn, get in contact. We'd love to hear from you. She was an excellent cook.
She was, indeed.
She really was. And Sam, she was good fun.
That's a daughter, or a dossier in Anglo-Saxon.
And she's got a son as well.
Yes. I can't remember him.
Oh.
He lived in the basement, didn't he?
He was an excellent guitar player, man. He could play Voodoo Child note for note.
Really?
He was fantastic. And yet he never went out. I mean, I said to him, if I could play like you, mate, I'd be around the country.
Perhaps he had confidence issues. I mean, people do.
But he's had problems.
People are shy.
Because he's had to surrender his rifles as well, poor lad. But no, he was an excellent guitarist. I've seen him play. It was somewhere around Derby.
Oh, right. That must be a long time ago.
It was, because his bassist was called Pavement. But no, it was a good show. I went to see. I was playing in a band, I think, at the time.
So Roman Biscotti put laughs out loud and a very laughing emoji, and a little emoji of a man dancing, which kind of reminded me of a video Egil filmed earlier when he was dancing and grooving away. And Roman Biscotti says, "Thank you, dear Bragi and Egil, and all. Take care. Have a lovely weekend." As we slowly wind down from this live stream, and I'll try not to delete it this time. Remind me not to delete it after this.
I'm saying nothing. I can't talk, can I?
And does anybody want to be made an admin, a monitorizer? You can have Pyrofishing will be a moderator. Can't say it, let alone spell it. And looking back, we're doing all right. I think most people in here are moderators already. Daniel Howes, would you like to be a moderator? Let me know. Another comment here from Sean Whittaker. Nearly done, Egil, nearly done. Thank you for an entertaining chat. Catch you on TikTok. Yes, yeah. I've got some videos to publish later on. No idea what they're going to be yet. So we'll see how. Perhaps we now have over 10,000 followers. Who knows?
Or minus.
No, you can't get minus on TikTok.
What about?
No on YouTube. Or, you know, if you bared yourself on TikTok, maybe. And a comment here from Kevin Wood. Hi everyone, just wanted to say hello. P.S. Puddings in America, custard pop. And Thomas Dale says, get drunk on Monday instead. Yes, we could do a drunken historian live stream on another channel.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
There is a number of series of videos called that on YouTube called Drunken Historians, and they all get sloshed and they all argue about history. It's very funny actually.
Well, it's a bit like Alan Badil and what's his name?
Skinner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where they did that.
Let's not talk about the England game. And Raymond Biscotti says, hello, Kevin. So at that point, is there no more comments coming through? Oh, I've got another comment here.
Oh, shit. I mean, no good.
Oh, lovely.
I want to go home.
Oh, no, I've got more work to do, Egil.
Yeah.
I've got to edit videos.
I will walk a bloody
I've got to get my dinner, my lunch, my breakfast.
Same here, bro.
Yeah, no, you've had a sandwich today. I haven't.
I've got an energy bar that I offered you.
Well, that was very kind of you. But you can take it back home.
You told me to rub it in my hair.
What did I?
No. Better than where you might have suggested I put it. Well, it is chocolate.
Yes, Pyro Fisher, you're now a moderator. So there you go.
Good on you.
And moderator pronounced Mondandrocker.
Good on you.
Says Thomas Dale. And Treetail says, haha, Thomas, that could be a channel motto.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I think the channel motto today should be send Egil home in a good mood.
Yeah. I'm seconding that one.
Daniel Howe says, history today, Newman and Baddie.
Oh, right.
Badil.
Badil.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember when they used to do their television debate. They were all right. They are what they were. Anyway.
Imagine when you're going to do a whole 24-hour live stream, Egil.
That ain't going to happen. Okay.
So we are going to say goodbye now.
Yeah.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And don't forget to tell them that you love them.
I love you.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
You sexy people.
Sexy beast. I've got to figure out how to end this now, Egil.
Well, these trousers were made by Lynn.
Those trousers were made by Lynn, were they?
Yeah. And I want to go home.
Yes.
It's
These trousers were not made by Lynn.
No, these were.
Those were.
Yeah.
Goodbye. And that final little comment from Egil about his trousers being made by Lynn.
See you Monday.
And give us a like and leave a comment after this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll see you in the next live stream. Who knows, next week.
Stop hanging it out. You're going or not?
Oh, what you like.
Jesus, suffering fuck.
Yeah, well, don't swear.
Oh.
Mind that sword.